Hello everyone and welcome back to Cities by Steven. You're talking to Steven. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button. Get that bell notification on too so you don't miss out on the next episode of Fort Prairie, an Alberta themed city. Welcome back to the channel where last episode we started building up the metro network. We did all the underground stuff. The rest of it I'm going to try to make sure that it is above ground. So it's going to be a little bit of a challenge and I am really excited for that. We can see one of the metro stops right there actually, which, will probably be revised in the future. But, big announcement coming up. As you may have seen last week, if not, there's going to be a card right here for you to click on. I'm participating in a City Skylines multiplayer series, and I am extremely excited for that to start up. And, I can start releasing some information about it all. So I will be the first builder in this series. Quite the honor, to be honest. And we're aiming for about the end of July, beginning of August for that release date. So please stay tuned for that. I'll try to keep updates on that at the beginning of videos. But you can also find out information in social media posts on Instagram and community posts as well on YouTube. So yeah, just stay in the loop. Follow me on Instagram and make sure to get that bell notification on too, so that you don't miss out on these announcements, because that is coming up pretty soon. And I cannot wait to get started. But what's happening in the city today? Well, we are going to start looking at some more unique buildings downtown so that we can start zoning up the downtown. And then once we start zoning up the downtown, we can dive out to this ore industry, for example, make some moolah, because we are going to be spending lots of money in today's episode. I've actually let the game run for a little bit, so we have a bit more cash than we did last episode. So let's hop out and take a look. Yeah, so we got a good chunk of change, and that's good. So I've been just doing some detailing up at the metro stations. So this is the one in the Arena District, and yes, the Arena District. I've changed up some of the districts. So we're going to have the Arena District, which is a leisure district. We have the downtown, which is a IT cluster. That's the term. So leisure, IT cluster, and then we're going to have a tourism district around here. And then the rest of Fort Prairie is still up for grabs for specific districts. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure we had a leisure district around the hockey arena, because we all like that if we're going to a sports game. And let's take a look at what else we did. So if we take a look at the metro, this is what we got going on so far. So we're going to have a stop out in the campus area. We have kind of a bit of a improper hub right here with a metro stop right here, but there's also a metro stop in this train station. So we've got a bit of a changeover point right there, and then this one's going to continue to here, and then we're going to go above ground somehow into Walsenburg and the airport area in the future. We do have a single train running between these two stations just to get things moving, because I noticed a lot of people were walking from the train station into Old Town Fort Prairie, so I figured it was probably just a good idea just to get that train running, and it seems like people are using it. But otherwise we have people running from this station up to the Arena District, which is fantastic. And then we have one up in Greenberg. We have another one over in Greenberg, and then we have it over the train station over here, and then another one over in this part of Fort Prairie, and then it will continue out into the wider world in the future. And who knows, there will probably be more lines. Maybe we can get a bit of a hub in this park area or something like that, or maybe by the train station for, say, a line that's going to run out to Brownsville or something like that. Maybe we can get a line that goes from Brownsville into Prairie Station, and then maybe it can come over this way into the airport or something like that. We will see in the future, but that's not today's episode. Let's dive into this. Well, first of all, we have so much industry demand. And if we go into here, we have 7% unemployment. That's not a ton of unemployment, but I think it's enough to kind of get started with some offices. So I was thinking it might be a good idea to start zoning up the IT clusters, that we can kind of see where the height kind of displacement is going to be and how we're going to kind of taper it downwards from its maximum. But I want to get a couple alleyways behind the offices, and yeah, it's going to be a little bit interesting here. So I'm going to try and look at the district here. So we're only going to do the IT cluster in these three areas here, and the rest of them are, they're still gonna have tall buildings with hotels and stuff like that. But I figured this would be a good place to get like those classic office building looks. And I was thinking about using some of these placed assets, but they're just a little bit too large for what I'm thinking, and none of them really fit. I mean, this one might fit down the road. Maybe we can put it at a different spot. This one's pretty massive. Doesn't really fit anywhere properly, but this is also a bit too tall. I don't think that's the height I'm looking for. We also have these Art Deco ones, which, I mean, we're not in Manhattan. I don't think we need these ones. This one's pretty cool though. Maybe we can use this one in a build if it fits anywhere. Yeah, it could be cool right there. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of using those at the moment, but yeah, okay, so we have lots of unit buildings to add in, but why don't we just start off with what I was mentioning, and we'll just get a bit of an alleyway. And why an alleyway? Well, lots of cities have little alleyways that run behind the buildings, and I think we can just do something really simple like that. And what I'll do here is I'll just turn the zoning off of it so that we don't disrupt the zoning too much. And then what we'll do here is we'll just try it out. We'll see what this looks like right in there, and we'll wait for some buildings to pop up. And one thing we're going to have to do though soon, and will probably be in tomorrow's episode, is we're going to need to start the university, because these offices are going to require educated workers. Okay, let's see what this looks like. We may call a mulligan on the IT cluster if they're too tall. I mean, I don't like the fact that there's two exact buildings side by side, so we'll remove one of them. I'm not sure how many buildings there are in this. It may just be this one block, Okay, these two are the same. We're just gonna, watch them grow up together. This one's so small compared to this one. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's delete this one. We have two of the same again. Another one. Oh my goodness, I don't think there's that many buildings. All right, let's pause the game here. Let's delete what we got going on. And what we'll do here is I'll just sim it really quickly. We'll go into this here, and we'll go like so, and we'll go into the IT cluster, and we'll just take a look at some of these buildings, and we'll see kind of what's going on. Yeah, these ones are pretty small. That's pretty cool. I didn't know there was that many small buildings, to be honest. We'll just kind of roll through them really quickly, see if there's anything that kind of calls out at us for a certain placement. That one kind of looks nice at a corner, doesn't it? But then we'll definitely kind of be running out of some space here. But why don't we try this one out right there? And then how about this one? That one looks pretty cool. It's a pretty unique building. This one is rather tall. None of them are particularly like deep. They seem to all be like 2 and 3s, and then they don't go back that far. This one could be nice. We could get some parking in there then as well. Okay, let's try this one out right here. We'll see if they can grow up really quickly. Oh, and then we got a building popping in right here. I don't want that. Let's just clean this up really quickly, and let's see if we can get a building right in there. Yeah, do these look good together? I mean, they look pretty unique, don't they? I think that's a good height as well. Let's try to leave them for now. I'm gonna be pretty picky with these ones. Oh, I really like this one because of the bottom right here. It's got a nice corner asset here. Maybe there's a movie theater in this lower part of the building. Looks like a bit of a mixed use kind of building. And then this one as well. Is that just nope? Oh yeah, it is. They're the same. Are they the same? The two side buildings? I don't know, but either way, I kind of like them. And then this one here, I'm not the biggest fan of. So let's delete it. And let's just continue kind of watching things grow up a little bit. This one. Oh, that's a really cool building. Never actually really looked into this area before. Oh, this one's pretty large. Oh, it's right here. Okay, I really like this one too. And then we're gonna get rid of this one because we just have it on the other side. Then it's this really tall one again. Okay, well maybe what we can do here is add in some residential. We have the high-tech residential buildings up in here as well. So, oh, you know what we could do? We could just split that off right there. Get a pathway in between here. Let's turn off our guidelines. And what we're going to do is we're just going to try to squeeze it through. We're going to turn anarchy on. And we're going to try our darndest not to mess up any zoning here. And then I'm just going to try to get it right to the sidewalk. And this one right here, right to the end right here, like that. Hopefully we didn't mess anything up. Doesn't look like we did. That's really good news. Okay, I think we might revise this area over here. Yeah, we'll wait for that to come up. Okay, we're getting some pretty tall buildings. Yeah, okay, so I don't mind having this building. I'm not against this building at all. It's just a matter of where it is, right? So these buildings we'll look at momentarily. Yeah, that's too small. What's the space we have? Oh, looks like we just lost zoning on that corner here. So yeah, there we go. Let's delete that. I'm gonna need to move over the pathway a touch, and then hopefully we get that back. We're gonna just have to wait. So what I'll do here is I'll just delete that, and we'll wait, and then we'll take a look at this area over here. Bit tough to see with the sun position, but you know, I think I kind of like these buildings here. They look pretty unique. Okay, we'll leave these ones. Let's start simming again, and let's delete this. And what we'll do here is we're looking for a 3x4 high-tech building. So we'll go 3x4, always the street-facing side first. This one's a bit tall, which is nice. I kind of like how it goes towards the office building as well. Okay, which one was it? It was this one? Okay, let's place this one in. Let's make it historical. All right, let's see if we got this zoning back yet. We have not. I may have to just call a mulligan on that. There we go. Let's zone this back up. Whoops. And what I'll do instead of that path, we'll just use a different path, like this one, for example. It's just a bit smaller. Okay, there we go. And we're looking for a 3x4 IT office building. So there we go. So the only one we have is this one. So that's why that was coming up so much, because it seems like there wasn't that many. But what if we do 3x3, for example? Let me just get this one. That's pretty cool. I think that works kind of pretty well together. All right, so let's just delete all the squares we aren't using. And I believe everything I made historical. So let's take a quick peek at this. Is that good for the downtown? I don't think we're gonna get much taller than that. And I really like how it is right at the Prairie intersection and right by the hockey arena as well. That's really nice. Okay. So what we can do is we can get some parking lots in this area, just to kind of add to the build a little bit. So it looks like we're looking for a 1x3, which I don't think I have a 1x4 here, which is a bit too big. So we're gonna need to go with a couple 1x1s. There we go. Let's see if I can zoom in any farther. No, it's a little bit blurry, it seems, but I believe they count as buildings. Yeah, let's just try and mesh these together. There we go. And then I'll just try and you know what? We might need to just get rid of one. And you know what? If we just bring it back a little bit. Looks pretty nice. We're in the shade here. A little tough to see. Trying my darndest here to make it look okay for you all. Let's just copy that and we'll rotate this. There we go. Let's place it in. I'll just delete that. And you know, this doesn't need to be perfect because I see this as maybe like 15-minute parking, emergency parking, employee parking. We're definitely going to need some parking garages and some parking lots in this area because that is the theme of the city. Definitely car-centric. Let's fill that in. So there is a tree right there, so we just need to be really careful. Okay, there we go. So how does this look? Looks pretty good. All right, so right in the main intersection of the city, we should probably add something that adds some like a bit of a welcoming. And what better welcoming is there than this Arch of the City, or whatever this is called? City Arch. Close enough. So why don't we put this right here? It's a great spot for it. You know, you're driving in from the highway. Right at the sign it says, you know, downtown, and then over on this side it says University or Fort Prairie Historical Town or something like that. So then these cars, for example, just went like that. Had a green light, went right through. Oh my goodness. Welcome to the city. We got Rowboat Solutions over here. We got their head office on this side, and I think that looks pretty nice to me. And I like using these residential buildings as a bit of a mix. I think that turned out pretty nicely. The height disparity as well is pretty good. These are pretty tall. And we have kind of run our course a little bit through the height of the buildings that I'm looking for. So we may need to start dabbling into some other things for the height. And we'll use some of the smaller ones over on this side, especially because we're going to start going downwards in height from here. Now, I know we have this block as well to play with, so we'll have to keep remember that. But let's focus on this block right now. So let's go back to our little alleyway and we'll do the same kind of dealio. So it looks like we went 4 on this side. Well, let's make sure we have our guidelines on. That would be really helpful. And 4 on this side. I think that's how we went on the last one. And then went to zoning adjuster here and just turned off the zoning. And there we go. We have the exact same thing, but just mirrored. So let's go with this again. Let's get a really big office building on the corner here. So let's dive back into this. Here we go. 4x4. This is the only one that's 4x4, eh? Okay, well, what about 3x3? That's the only one. Okay, well, maybe we remove the office cluster or IT cluster. And what we'll do is we'll bring in the Fort Prairie district on this side. And we'll just have the IT cluster right in these two. Or maybe even literally just that. This is the tourism district. Okay, let's just try and cut off the tourism district really quickly. We'll bring Fort Prairie back in here. And we'll bring the tourism district back. So now we have these two linked. This one's a separate one. This one's a separate one. This one's a separate one. Really going to be playing with the districts here, but I really don't want too much height in this city. This is not Brockton County. This is a different city. It's a smaller city. It's not the provincial capital. So yeah, okay, so let's go to normal offices here. Let's go 4x4. Let's find a good one. No, that's too small. These ones are too small. That one's not too bad. Not the biggest fan of its buildings, to be honest. And I don't want modern city center in here either, because, you know what? Modern City Center could look nice in here. Yeah, this is the classic City Skylines office tower. How does this look on the corner? Yeah, it's not exactly a corner asset, is it? Okay, let's try something else. Let's remove this. And let's go new district. We'll kind of go right into the arena really quickly. And we'll use this block as well for it. So, we're kind of taking over the arena a little bit. Hopefully the district's sizes stay all the same. The arena is just on this side. That's okay with me. And then Elk Park. This is going to be a modern city center kind of area. So I'll just name it this. You know what? I'll just call it City Center. How about that? And we'll write it the Canadian way. Okay, so we go into themes here, and we'll go into theme manager. And I believe it's this is modern city center. Yeah, I think it is. So let's try this out. Let's throw it on 3-speed, and we'll see what kind of buildings we can get. I believe modern city center's office. It might be commercial though. Oh my goodness, the brand new office tower is on fire, and I don't think we have fire in this area. Oh, we do. Okay. Okay, so you know, I believe an office should have probably popped up by now, so it hasn't. So that kind of tells me that maybe this isn't the right thing for it. So why don't we go like this, and we'll try high density commercial. So that should work. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so these buildings aren't that tall either, but they may play well into adding office buildings in here. So I believe I said allow buildings which are not in the theme. So we should be good. Let's go into here, and we're gonna do big business benefactors. So we get some more from that. And then I'm also going to raise taxes for commercial because it's gonna be such high value land that I think we'll be able to squeeze every penny. Okay, so here we are back in the offices. Let's go 4x4. Yeah, so it's this one, for example. Could work right on this corner. Yeah, that could work. This one's a bit older. I kind of like this building. I think it could play pretty nicely. Let's pause the game here now that we know that we want that building, and then we'll throw high density commercial on that side. And then why don't we try to find something for this corner right here? Yeah, something like this one could work. This one we just used. Why don't we go 4x3? Oh, you know what? This one looks really cool. I think it almost looks like a new condo tower, doesn't it? Let's place that one there. And then what I'll do here is I'll just do this. Go with high density commercial, and then I think I'll just try and cut that off. Okay, yeah, these buildings are looking pretty nice together. Well, so you can see what this one looks like. Let's make this one historical. Make these ones historical. Yeah, and the reason why I was looking at this building is it looks like one of those old buildings you'd see in a downtown. And I think that works out really nicely right here. The sun is not hitting these buildings very nicely. Okay, so wait and see what's coming up with that. And then we'll try and get a pathway in between here. So we'll go with this one. Let's turn our guidelines off. You know what? I really like that, actually. How it looks like it's just brick right there. It looks like a developer bought this land and was like, we're building a massive condo tower, even though it's an office building. I mean, there's balconies, for Pete's sake. I don't know many offices that have balconies. And then, yeah, so they bought this old, maybe decrepit building. That was a part of this kind of historical area. Probably looks something like this. Oh, this looks fantastic. Holy cow. I'm very pleased with this. Yeah, I really like this. This is fun. And then right in here, we could go with some residential, actually. Some of the new residential might look pretty nicely, so we got to make sure that we have that in here. So let's just click this. No, it's right here. So then we have high density or high tech housing. Self-sufficient buildings, that's the term. Ooh, too few services. Okay, so why don't we look, because these are higher level buildings. So let's look at raising the services in this area. So we don't have a hospital. Now I was saving the hospital for a specific build, but why don't we look at placing a hospital relatively centered in this area? Well, I do like... This is kind of throwing me off because I was hoping that we would have more time for this. And maybe we can just play with a lot of this paused. But we could throw it right here. We're right off of... this one's right in the middle of the kind of couplet we have. We could go over here as well. We're right beside the metro. But why don't we look at fire services first? Because we definitely need fire services. So why don't we put this right on the main strip here? Not so close to the arena district, because I know we're going to want that. So why don't we put the fire on this side and then the police building the exact same kind over here. You know what? For some reason I thought they just mirrored each other. Let's see if we can get this to work out pretty nicely with move it here. So I think it'd be kind of funny to have them kind of in one place. Especially these taller ones. Yeah, so it looks like you can still squeeze through there if you really wanted to. Let's get an alleyway behind. Ground level. Let's go with an industry road. Is anything clipping? No. Okay, that looks fun. That's fun. Okay, let's make sure that I'm talking myself into it because we really need to make sure that there's some good city services in this area, because I don't want these buildings to go decrepit, although we do know which ones they are for the future. Parks, I mean, it's always good to have. I believe... Oh, yeah, look, that one went away. Okay, so it was just really fire and police that were really kind of taking it aback. All these buildings are upgrading. We could run a bus as well. That could really help out. We don't have the best education yet either. We got fire, police. Let's just look at healthcare for now. Although we are pretty close to a clinic. I don't want to do the hospital because I really want to save that for a hospital specific build. There's not much death care out this way either. Oh no, we're good. Yeah, we should be good. So maybe we're just kind of waiting for them to get serviced by the police and the fire department. Otherwise it's education, and we're not ready for that just yet. We could throw a library down. Where could a library go? Could put this right over here. This could be a nice spot for a library. Bit of a modern take on a library. Yeah, let's put this right here. Okay, I'll just leave it for now, and we'll see if that helps out at all. What I could do also, if a little trick here, if you're worried about it like me, we'll just go into move it here. We'll grab just the building, and then you can reset it. And if it was stuck with waiting for services, we should be good. And look, historical actually stays, and it's AT mobile. Very funny. All right, so we're gonna get some condo towers down here. So let's look at this. We'll just zone this up really quickly. and let's kind of play around with this really for a few minutes, and we'll see kind of what we got going on. So yeah, I mean, these condos are pretty cool. I was looking for something with a bit more height. This one's nice, but I don't think it's gonna necessarily fit what we're going for. I really like the curved towers, but I mean, there's not much of a view, to be honest, with this one. So this one is a appropriate height, but I think maybe we go down a size here and we go with some 3x3s, and we'll be able to get, oh, if we put this one right here on the corner, that's really nice. Okay, let's do that, and then we can get some 2x4s. I don't think there is a 2x4. No, but there's a couple 2x3s we could get. That one's a bit small, but it could work out with the building that we're working with. Yeah, this one might look nice with kind of going right up against the edge here. So we'll need to find one that's kind of mirrored to that, or one that's a lot smaller. You know, or we could go with like commercial as well. That could work out. Let's try this. Okay, very cool. Let's pause the game here. And you know the drill. Paving it all in. And why are we paving it all in? Well, what city doesn't pave in everything in the downtown core, right? Especially like a little alleyway like this. And this is going to be perfect for a little parking lot. So let's go out of this. Let's grab parking lots. And looks like could get a small parking lot here. Not too big. Yeah, so we're gonna need something just a bit smaller. We may need to just kind of make one. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have one that's gonna work. The reason why I keep looking at ones that are different sizes is because I know that sometimes they'll fit. Okay, let's go with these ones then. Okay, just gonna move these together. And then we're just gonna move these ones right in here. Like that. I'm gonna copy them. And we're just going to rotate it. There we go. And we're just gonna try and line them up. Alright, and something we can do to just kind of add a bit of flair to this area. Just add a little fence right here, make it seem like it's a bit of a gated parking lot. We'll just grab the node here. Even bring this all the way down. Okay, we'll just try to line this one up. Yeah, very nice. Okay, cool. Right in here, you know, that kind of makes me think there should be like some picnic tables back here or something. But yeah, very cool. So we just mentioned that, you know, there's not a lot of parking for these buildings. I'm sure that there's, you know, some places, but if we're looking at the assets, there's really not like a spot that a car could pull into and then go down into a theoretical parking garage, right? So I think we need a couple parking garages in here. So let's just click out of here. We'll type in garage, and we should get a couple. So we have this one right here, which is a really massive one. It does work out pretty nicely. We're going to eat up a lot of our city by kind of just placing these down. These ones also work out pretty good. I'm not so worried about this side because we're so close to a parking garage, and you know, having the alleyways back in here, it kind of makes you think that there probably should be. Thinking about these office buildings, they should really have a, well, you know, more parking. So why don't we try to just plop this down? Let's see if this fits right in here, because I think we might be able to make this fit. Okay, let's click this. Oh, we need buildings. And let's just say get to the same height. Is that? And maybe if we just lower it a bit more. Looks okay. We're very much on the side of the road over here. Okay, so this one doesn't work. So we'll delete this one. We could use this parking garage as well. Oh, sorry about that. I'm just trying to find a good angle for you all. Yeah, that could work. I wonder, this one's really easy to just kind of attach onto. You can do multiple, but let's try and go down this road really quickly. Whoa, sorry. Let's try to find the entrance, which I think is right there. So let's try to put it right on the intersection here. Okay, and then if we go into node controller, we can widen that intersection just really quickly like that. And then there we go. So let's go into first person really quickly. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. Whoa, that looks pretty delicious. Okay, so let's think about what's going on over here now. There is some space over here. This is the IT cluster area, so why don't we zone this up right through here? And I think we're gonna get a road back in here. We'll run that alleyway. I did receive a comment a little while ago that I should really do some more alleyways in these cities, and I totally agree. So let's try and do that. Let's actually go for a bit of a larger road. We'll go with a road and no parking right behind here. Yeah, especially with an Alberta-themed city, I think it kind of works, doesn't it? And then right behind here, let's put a bit of a path. We'll go with the concrete path because, actually, let's go with this one. Let's see if we can just squeeze it in right through here. Looks like we can. Let's just try and line it up perfectly with the sidewalk. All right, there we go. That looks pretty good. And we are in the IT cluster zone, right? No, we're not. That's just the Fort Prairie. Okay, so let's try and drag this district over. I know that we're going against what we were just talking about a few minutes ago, but I think with the size of these buildings, I think we'll be able to get some pretty cool IT cluster office buildings. So let's do this. Office cluster 2x2. Yeah, this one right in the corner here could be really cool. It's this one. Yeah, okay, so we have these ones on the corners. Oh. There we go. And then we have two more. This tall one. We could just kind of split the difference and go with this tall one right here. We're gonna try to squeeze them up. Let's try and just... Whoops. Oh, you know what? Good point. What is the 4x2s? I didn't look at that. This is a tall building. I like it. It's a different color than just simply white. This is a better angle, isn't it? Okay, there we go. And there we go. Let's now go into first person again. Yeah, very cool. A little, it's, you know, the sun isn't hitting the right spots today, but I think that's pretty cool, especially if we're kind of looking at this. We have the main height right here, and oh, look at this. We're not getting enough services either. It could be related to parks and buses, and the hospital because, you know, we don't have the hospital. I was thinking about maybe using these spots for some park assets. We could, you know, make this an actual park as well, but we could also just throw down, you know, these small park assets all together. Like we could go with a plaza. Right here. No, I don't really like that one. Could actually go for one of the unique plazas as well. This one might actually work. Nope, it doesn't. Okay, well, let's pause the game. Let's delete it. Friendly neighborhood parking. Oh, that's too big. I mean, I'm not set on that park at all. Pretty easy to remove it, but I like the green space aspect to the area. Yeah. So a little sad by that, to be honest, that this building's not going to make it. This one also is struggling because of the land value. So yeah, we definitely need to work on upping that. We could start running just some simple bus lines as well, but I was hoping to really just focus on, you know, building up the downtown core, starting the downtown core today. So let's just kind of just forget about it for now. I'll work on it, and let's get some offices. Could go with modern city center back in this area, right in here. That could be pretty nice. So let's go back into districts. Drag this over. We'll just try to grab this little spot right here, and then I'll put this back. We may have lost it. Let's try this again. I guess I can take up the parking garage. Doesn't really matter, does it? And there we go. Okay, so we're modern city center. Oh, darn. One more time. Could go with this whole section right here. And then we just gotta make sure that this is a T cluster. And then this is tourism. And this. All right, so modern city center. Here we go. And then I believe the priority road should be over on this side, like that. And then yeah, let's just prioritize our buildings on this side first. And we'll work on the whole couplet aspect as well. So I think tomorrow's episode will work on upgrading the city services in this area. We'll work on you know, getting some education, getting some more residential down here. So it looks like the land value is going to be an issue down here. Yeah, it's not the best. I guess I probably rushed it a little bit, but you know, it is turning green, which is nice to see. And you know, parks are going to really play a huge role in this. Holy cow, words! I'm going to go with the Paradox Plaza. Actually, that fits pretty nicely right in here, doesn't it? And you know what's great about the Paradox Plaza is you can just grab it, pull it wherever you really want, because there's such a large hitbox on it. And then we could put grass right around it. We don't really need to have the concrete. So we are going to need the concrete for the road, though. Oh, we lost the building. Darn. And we're going to need it on this side too. Okay, so let's go back to the IT cluster and we'll try to grab that again. IT cluster. I forget what it was, so I guess it's 4x3. Nope. Interesting. What the heck was that building? Interesting. Okay, well, you know what? I'll just figure it out. I'll wait for it to come back, and I'll find it off camera. But hopefully that alone will really help out with everything. You know, having a little spot over there. I like leaving some green space. That is nice to have. Let's look at how this has turned out. Yeah, that's pretty nice. I like these kind of modern city center buildings. And they'll upgrade as well. I'm not going to worry too much about how these ones look. What does this kind of area look like behind it? Yeah, I think we'll be able to pretty much just maybe get a condo over here. We run this corner, we'll get some condos. And then we could run another set of buildings, and then we'll run a path right behind in the middle. just like that. Okay, now I do believe that we had city center. Oh, city center's over here too. So we should have just brought it in this way. Did I mess up? Let me know if I messed up. And then this should be IT cluster right through here. All right, because these should have been high-tech condos. Okay, I really like how that turned out. That looks really nice. I wonder if we should probably look at getting rid of pavement here. Nope, definitely shouldn't. I'm not sure what's going to pop up there, but I think it doesn't really matter at this point. Alrighty, well, looks a-okay to me. I don't know what that building was. That's a little funny that I couldn't find it in the end. So it looks like it was 4x3, right? Was it not? Oh, it was just a normal office building. Not an IT cluster building. Okay, silly me. So it's also just like a 5-star building. So that's going to kind of be a bit of a hindrance, isn't it? So what other buildings did I want to place in the downtown core? Well, one thing I do want to do is the winter market. I really like the winter market. I think it's fun. It's a good kind of building to have. Like, who doesn't like I see the winter market as more of like a plaza that is just decorated for Christmas, right? So I think we could move this maybe down over here. That could be nice. Or maybe over on this side. Now we have the whole square here. That could be nice. Yeah, let's try this out. Bit of a market square. Maybe this is like an old market that you know, the city just uses for Christmas time. And what we could do is use the BOB mod on it. And we could actually remove the Christmas tree if we wanted to. Food stall, floodlight, bench. Yeah, I was looking for maybe removing the strings, but I don't see what that would be. Anyways, okay, well, I like having the Christmas market. Anyways, it's fun to have. Let's just try and center the building. I thought I did center it, but it doesn't look like I did. And then what we'll do is we'll just run the concrete right behind here just to fill out that block. Okay, what other buildings was I looking to add in? Well, we need a city hall, and I don't like this building for city hall in this unique case. What I am thinking about using for city hall is either the government offices or the oppression offices. Yes, it was this one. So I was trying to think, where would city hall be? And so this is the old town, right? We see the small grid. This is where the grid starts expanding into the next kind of size. And then we have this area over here, which is a larger gridded network. And we're also close to the train station, which would make sense for the theme of the city for City Hall to be close to the train station. So I was thinking right in here, we are on the other side of the couplet. So why don't we, oh, sorry, we're in the middle of the couplet. Why don't we grab this road? We bring this right across like that. Keep it one way, because I don't want people using to cut through. And then what we can do is we can place this building right in here. We can pull it back right into the middle. There we go, it looks pretty nice. We can get pavement all the way around on the back side here. And then on the sides here, now there was something that I liked doing a little while ago, which I haven't done in a little while, is using these faculty buildings to attach onto old buildings. But I don't think there's enough space in this specific case. I know what works really well with City Hall is you can use Move It to move these faculty buildings, and it looks like a modern wing of City Hall or something like that. So yeah, that looks nice. I'm thinking what we do here is just try and clean this up so it's just the pavement on that little just on this, just on this back end here. And then we can get like some flowers or something like that. But I do want to get a fence around City Hall. And we'll bring the fence up to about here. And then again, someplace similar on this side. Just to about there. There we go. And let's see if we can use the BOB mod to turn off parking spaces. Because I don't want parking spaces here. So yeah, let's just do that. Correct. And then parking spaces too. There we go. Definitely should have parking over here then. Or on the other side of the building. But let's... Is there any doors on this side of the building? There is not. So I think we can get away with some flowers or some trees. Let's go with some older trees. Let's see how this looks. Look at that. There's some trees in the middle of this as well. Let's actually try to remove those because I don't think that actually works with this. Tree variant 2. Yeah, there we go. So we got City Hall down over here. We can actually change the name of this to City Hall. And you know, that works really nicely with the subway stop and the clock tower over here too. But yeah, this is looking pretty nice. And look at this building again, eh? Okay, well, it looks like maybe we should rush the hospital build. So I think next episode, I think we're probably good for waiting on the university until another week. There are a lot of complaints. Before I was recording this episode, there was like 7 buildings that were complaining about not enough educated workers. So, oh, it looks like we just lost the building. I'm just going to keep replacing it until we get it because I really like that building for that corner spot. But let me know what you think about this episode, folks. Did you like this build? Why isn't residential buildings going in here? That is surprising because of the demand. Let's just try and see if we can figure it out ourselves. Okay, well, you know what? I'm just going to place this building for now. I'm not going to keep it. Interesting. Did I? Yeah. Okay, so that should work. Okay, and these buildings stayed as well. Yeah, okay, well, you know what? I think we'll just end it here, folks. So I hope you had a lovely day. Let me know what you think about the start of our downtown. And I will talk to you in the next episode on Friday, where we'll be continuing to kind of build up the downtown. Because I think we'll do the hospital. We'll do some of the older style buildings because we just did the newer style buildings. And we'll also continue to look at, you know, how the city is going to evolve. So enjoy your day, folks. Talk to you soon. Peace out.